Yo. Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
I think it's on. All right.
It's a little, are we on the air?
A little loud.
It's loud. Oh, my fault.
Damn, my son just blew my eardrums out the.
It's either Lawrence is far away or up close.
Off the jump, my eardrums are gone.
Good Lord.
My fault.
Damn.
Back to another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. You got your boy Lawrence, Phil, and Neil. Kitty is sweating out, watching the Yanks. Don't know what's going on over there. I predicted it's 2-0?
Yep.
2-0,
top of the fifth.
I predicted 0-0 by the 7th, but looks like the Yankees. But we know the Yankees though, so we'll see what happens. Who got another run?
Let's see.
Who hit him?
I believe it was. It says the first one was Stanton, the second one was Soto, sack fly.
Okay.
So
the sack fly.
Volpe scored another run.
Okay. How y'all feeling? How y'all living now? What's up? No, we missed you last week, man.
I just got over one of the worst fucking sicknesses I've literally ever had. I had the flu. Yeah. It was fucking insane, bro. Like I was sick as fuck.
I think something is going around, but I was about to say I called off work yesterday. My head was rocking.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy. I had a 102-degree fever like Wednesday. Like Tuesday, I had a 102-degree fever and it rolled into Wednesday. And Tuesday night, bro, my fever dreams were so bad. I thought like I was the captain of a cruise ship. It was fucking insane. It was literally, captain of a fucking cruise ship, bro. It was nuts. It was crazy. But I missed obviously talking sports with the guys. I had to do a little side work as well. Not that I really want to talk about football, so we could talk about anything else. Phil, hockey season?
It just kicked off yesterday. The Bruins lost 4-6.
Yeah, but they played the Panthers, so we can't beat them.
The defending champions.
Yeah, we literally can't beat that team. I don't know why, but yeah. So hockey season's back in full effect. We got MLB playoffs currently right now. So we got WNBA
playoffs.
WNBA playoffs as well.
The finals are tomorrow.
And we also have going on a little bit is we got basketball coming up.
NBA preseason started.
NBA preseason is on right now as well. Yeah. So me and Phil will be speaking about football or anything but football. I mean, we could talk a little bit about maybe Canadian Football League, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Y'all stupid, bro. Oh, man. Week 5, NFL. Crazy.
I guess he thought I was joking. I don't know.
Yeah, also, I'm doing good as well.
I'm right with you.
Yeah, fuck you. What do you say you want me for?
I'm right with you, man, because
also, for me, hey. Doing some shorts on the IBTE socials. I got called the NFL content creator the other day. So, hey, thank you.
Yeah. Hey. I saw that comment.
Yeah.
He must have been a Pats fan.
I didn't. It looks like a Bills profile picture, but hey, I'll take it nonetheless.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I just saw it come up on my phone. I didn't know what. I didn't see the picture.
American football. We will. Yay. Thank you.
An American football creator.
Yeah, American football creator. We'll take it. Thank you for the comments. Just a freak me video, so yeah.
Man. Let's get right into this, man. Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. My browser is getting bodied by StreamYard right now.
Yep, happens to me all the time.
Yeah, it must be all this stuff.
That's crazy.
All the new stuff added. All right. Okay. Man, week 5. What was the Thursday night game?
Shootout, overtime. Big Kirko.
Oh yeah. I wasn't trying to slight them or nothing. It's so many games that happen that I like. By the time we get to today, it's like, damn, what was the Thursday game? Because then we got another one that comes up tomorrow.
NFC South Classic.
And I'm gonna do the same shit next week because I did it the week before.
Yep.
So.
It does.
Speaking of NFC South Classic, it
does feel like
right on time.
That man said, I gotta get in here.
We're talking about Thursday night. Hold on, let me jump in.
Did you get that? Did you hear the whispers, Kenny?
No, just as I was watching.
No, put up the 4 thing. Yeah, for me.
I got you.
As I was watching the Yankee game, I said to myself, "Well, the Patriots stink, so he's got nothing to talk about. The Rams stink, so he's got nothing to talk about.
Yep.
And the Saints stink, so he's got nothing to talk about. I gotta make an appearance. What am I doing?
Yeah, Thursday night. How you feeling after that win?
Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like this is the exact script that I laid out 3 weeks ago at this point. Just saying, I'm kind of like an oracle at this point. I don't know why anybody doubts me. This is exactly what I thought would happen.
An oracle he thinks he is. Okay.
Check the stats. They don't lie. I said that this is what would happen, and at this point, we'd be in first place in division, and we're in first place in division. Kirk Cousins playing phenomenal football. Kyle Pitts got involved. Drake London was involved. Defense made plays when they needed to in the second half. I mean,
Also, fourth quarter, Kirko.
Fourth quarter in overtime.
Yeah, the Bucks defense is a revolving door.
Yeah. Hey,
I don't care.
Falcons money line. Thank you again. Live money line. 2 in a row.
Another example.
Hey, listen, I went crazy during that game too. Appreciate y'all for balling out.
I just would like to know why folks with 2 minutes left in the game and multiple timeouts for the Falcons, people are believing that the game is over. Have we not watched the Falcons play football this year? We had them right where we wanted them. But what do I know?
Hey, shout out Mr. Hodge as well.
Cordero!
Fresh legs.
That's a Rams legend. All right.
It's a Rams legend.
That's a LA Rams legend right there.
I didn't even know he played for the Rams.
He did.
Yeah, it was a Rams practice squad goal.
Goat. He was the GOAT.
He was getting Ramsey ready for every game.
Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
Oh, that far back. Wow.
Yeah.
The Coliseum, LA Rams. Wade Phillips, LA Rams.
The Rams that lost to the Falcons in the playoffs, LA Rams.
Yep. The Rams that lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl, LA Rams.
Damn.
Crazy.
Disrespect.
But he also is he's a model on the side as well. So
and he's a TikToker.
He's an influencer, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He's got many avenues, brother.
Bro understands I might not make it with this football shit, so I got.
That was who was John Wolford, the backup quarterback for the Rams for a long time, had his LinkedIn profile still set to open for work. He was ready to. He's I could be. He went to school for business or something. He was looking to be somebody on Wall Street, and I guess that he's not in the league anymore. So
basically, like Juju.
No, that's super disrespectful to Juju. We can't act like Juju has not been great.
Super Bowl champion.
Influencer on the side, yeah.
Also,
I'm talking about that.
Didn't he just have 117 yards in the
130?
Yeah, that's
fucking crazy. Boy was cooking out there.
That's crazy. Just give Patrick Mahomes anybody. Just give him anybody. I'm gonna just throw anybody.
Scheme.
Before we talk about football real quick, I just want to, Kenny, how we feeling about the Yankees game right now?
It's 2-2.
Oh,
What I say, dude? What I say?
It was just 2.
Damn.
Just 2-0.
Who scored?
Oh wow.
For the Royals.
Was it Witt?
No.
Isabel double and then Michael Macy triple.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh Lord.
That was quick.
All right, we got the Lightning podcast. Let's get it.
One sentence.
Oh man, we'll get straight into it. Robert Saleh. We're fired from the Jets. Jets go to London and they lose to the red hot Vikings. Vikings are 5-0. How do y'all feel about the firing of?
So fucking stupid. So stupid.
Shout out the Mets too. Chat.
Are we surprised?
No,
not surprised.
Aaron Rodgers' team.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I was just gonna say not surprised.
And the fact that this dude went on Pat McAfee's show 24 hours after.
He goes on that show.
Yeah, but he goes on that show.
He goes every
I thought he said he was going to stop doing it.
No, he said he would stop doing it for that season. He only does it during the regular season for football.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he does this every week. That wasn't
okay.
scheduled appearance.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I didn't get the chance to watch what he was saying on there. I'm pretty sure he was like, I didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he said it's patently false if you think it was him, and he had nothing to do with it. And him and Robert Saleh are friends, and he plays catch with Robert's kids, and that he and Woody Johnson did have a conversation on Monday night, but they didn't talk about firing Robert Saleh. So he was surprised.
Oh yeah, that's that PR. Yeah.
Bro, But
That's that $50,000 public.
No, it's not PR though. Because what PR person would tell you to admit I spoke with the owner the night before, but we didn't talk about him firing the coach the next day?
Yeah, I went to his house, but when I left, he was still alive, officer.
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, so no, that's not PR.
He was a live officer.
Officer, I promise. I left him. He was alive.
Yeah, me and Woody had a phone call Monday night, but he didn't mention to me about firing the coach. That came as a complete shock. Oh, okay, Aaron, I believe you. Just like you were immunized. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're talking about other things,
So what I don't understand is the team this year has not been great, obviously, especially offensively.
Oh, yes, offensively.
Offensively,
the
defense has been the best part of that team.
Yeah.
And Robert Saleh is a defensive coach. So now you refire the best coach in that building, by the way. Look at that coaching staff, Nathaniel Hackett, and they got this guy
who is the
Falcons to draft Takk McKinley over
who's the head coach right now?
Jeff Albright.
He's the interim head coach right now.
Where did he come from?
The Jets.
Yeah, well, he was already there, I'm guessing.
Yes.
What part was he at?
Defensive coordinator.
Defensive.
Bro, did you not listen to anything he just said?
No, I thought he was talking about the head coach was the defensive guy.
Yeah, they brought in they promoted Jeff Albright.
Yeah. I didn't know who Jeff Albright was. That's why.
I did say it in the chat when it happened, but
Yeah, I didn't see all that.
This is the sports podcast, by the way. This is our founder, our co-founder, our founder.
Neil just laid out the whole situation. He asked every question to what Neil just said.
I had to make sure. That's all.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. So the defense is the best part of the team, right? They fired the defensive coach, head coach that they have, to then promote another defensive guy who also has a bad habit of terrible decision making. He wanted the Jets to draft Takk McKinley over JJ Watt.
No. He was with the Falcons at that point, and that's why the Falcons.
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. The Falcons. Yeah. To draft Takk McKinley over TJ Watt, which is obviously turned out to be a great coaching decision. Yes. And you keep Nathaniel Hackett. I mean, I guess that's Aaron Rodgers' guy, but you keep Nathaniel Hackett on staff. And I don't think Robert Saleh had anything to do with the fact that one of your best defensive players isn't showing up in the room either. I think that's your owner. I think that's your GM. Pay that motherfucking guy and let's get it on. Let's get it on with And I don't think Robert Saleh has anything to do with Aaron Rodgers throwing 3 interceptions in that Minnesota game. Why is that the game that breaks the camel's back? Because you go across the country or across the fucking globe, whatever, and you go and play a team that's undefeated, who's red fucking hot, and you only lose by how much? They lost by 6 points, and then you come back and you fire him.
You ask why? Because Woody Johnson is all about appearances. Eric Mangini said it was going to happen on First Things First last week. He said Woody Johnson has a lot of business partners in London. They're all scheduled to be inside of his suite. They're going to go to London. They're going to lose. He's going to feel embarrassed in front of his friends. He's going to come home and he's going to fire Robert Saleh. And everyone laughed at him and said that's never going to happen. And on Tuesday, Eric Mangini, who knows nothing, looks like the smartest man in the room.
That guy is such a fucking idiot.
I hate listening to him talk because he acts like he was this phenomenal coach. And it was like, dude, you were awful. Everywhere you went, you were bad. Why are you trying to make everyone else sound like they're bad?
Banished from the league. Literally can't
didn't even get another coordinator job after he got fired.
That's what I'm saying. We see people last in the NFL for 50 years, and this dude just disappeared.
Neil forgot the most important part of this whole thing about firing Saleh. If they beat the Bills on Monday night, they're in first place in their division.
Yep. So you
fired a guy that is a game out of first place.
Yep.
Okay. And do you know in the history of the NFL, all the coaches that have been fired during the regular season, only one team has ever made the playoffs, and that one team was the Raiders a couple years ago, and that's because their head coach didn't get fired because they stunk. He got fired because he was a racist. So this is literally there's no history of this ever working out.
Not to mention also, he is one of the only coaches to ever get fired to have security escort him out of the building and didn't even let.
Yeah, he was probably trying to.
He wasn't even able to say goodbye to his players or nothing.
Yeah, because he wanted to say goodbye, and they told him he had to leave, so they made security escort him out.
Crazy. Absolutely insane.
He probably is about to air that shit out.
He's like, why is my key card not working for the
It sold me down the river.
And there's the rumor, too, that the morning of, he really had no clue it was coming because the morning of, he had his meeting with his coaches and supposedly demoted, what's-his-face, Nat Hackett, and told me he wasn't calling plays anymore.
Next thing you know,
Do you think? Do you think that? Do you think that is what did it?
that might have been.
If that's true, certainly think that it played a role.
Yeah.
Because especially now that we haven't heard Albrecht come out and say that he's not that Hackett's not calling plays, like that tells me all we need to know. But again, what do I know?
How many chances does Hackett have?
Bro, too many.
Well, I mean, he really hasn't had. This is technically only a second chance because he was the head coach in Denver and then he got a chance to be a coordinator, which is typical. Usually, if you fail at this one like he did, he won't get another job.
Head coach in Denver, who was one of the worst offenses ever.
Oh, I don't disagree with you, but but we saw like Spagnuolo was a terrible head coach, and he went back to be a D coordinator with Kansas City. Now he's the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. So usually you get your one more chance, but Hackett is just he's not good.
Whoa,
what?
Your head coach is the best defensive coordinator in the NFL.
Well, my head coach is the head coach now, so it doesn't. So
yeah, but he doesn't call the plays for defense. You don't think?
He's not a defensive coordinator. He's a head coach. Doesn't matter how you cut it or slice.
You have to change. No matter what they are, they have to change the hat.
He's a head coach. Like I know what you're saying, but
this dude think he's still
that's the best defensive coordinator in football, not Steve Spagnuolo. Okay,
except
technically not. Yeah, he's a head coach, so he's not.
He is though. He's the best.
Not a
the whole team. Coordinator, head coach.
I guess I think he's both because we don't have an offense coordinator. So I don't know. We don't have one. Like we literally don't have an offensive coordinator. On
See, I was about to say Sean McVay is he might be the exception where he's like move out the way.
But it's not really though because he has had coordinators. It's just this year he might not have hired one because they get hired away every year. But
we never had offensive coordinators. We have quarterback coaches. And the quarterback coaches.
O'Connell wasn't an OC?
No, O'Connell was the quarterback coach. So was Zach Taylor. So was Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur was might have been.
Matt LaFleur was with Tennessee.
Yeah,
he was with Tennessee under Vrabel. O'Connell was the offensive coordinator from 2020 to 2021. See, don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
He wasn't though. He didn't call offensive plays.
He's looking at it right now.
But he was the coordinator, bro. It's just like Eric Bieniemy. He didn't call the plays, but he was the offensive coordinator.
That's what was on his
job title. Yep.
That was on his I wonder what his day to day.
He may not have the power, but
what do you think his day to day was? It's Sean. What are you thinking for this play?
And that's exactly how I probably went to.
Yeah, Sean. I'm thinking maybe we send this guy on a wheel route this time. Oh, we don't think so? Okay, no problem.
Although, I mean, O'Connell has certainly proven that he does know what he's doing.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. That Sean McVay coaching tree is going to be crazy in a couple. And, I can't wait to see the rings that come off that tree. That's going to be crazy.
O'Connell's
or the Shanahan coaching tree.
He's the Vikings head coach, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the Shanahan tree is already crazy, right? You got LaFleur, you got McDaniel. You got McVay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then everything under McVay is technically
talking about going back to Washington.
Well, yeah. He was
that year, that 2012 coaching staff in Washington had
Kubiak.
Shanahan.
Easy.
That
Kubiak
had McDaniel.
Raheem Morris was there too.
And so was the dude from the 49ers, wasn't he?
Kubiak was there too. The father was with Shanahan, and then the son came after.
Kyle Shanahan was there too.
Yeah,
they were all there.
Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator working with McVay, McDaniel, Raheem Morris.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. And now two of those guys have rings, and they're all head coaches now. And Shanahan's never going to get a ring. That fucking pussy.
Sounds about right.
That piece of shit garbage motherfucker.
This is not written for him.
How'd that fucking trade look now, John Lynch? How's that trade look now? You got fucking Christian McCaffrey rolling around in a fucking wheelchair with 2 casts on his legs. How's that fucking trade look now? How's that fucking money look now for Brandon Ayuk? How's that Brandon Ayuk contract look now?
One more.
He got.
Oh, Niners ran.
The fucking the dude for the Cowboys. What's his name? Tolbert. What's his name?
Somebody said on Twitter. They said
the wide receiver.
Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
He's got more better stats than fucking Brandon Ayuk this year. The fucking you just paid him all that money. Fuck out of here. You got Juwan Jennings who on his team. Juwan Jennings has better stats than him.
In one game.
In one game.
In
And he
one
has the whole
game.
season.
Nasty.
You traded all that away and paid that Christian McCaffrey contract for your fucking sixth
It
round.
sounded good.
Come in and fucking be the best, one of the best running backs in the league already.
They said he got to
Jordan
use
Mason.
air. He said he got to use air cartilage to get his Achilles back.
You're done. You're
Twitter.
done.
Twitter is nuts,
You're
man.
fucking done, brother.
He said air cartilage. I said, yeah.
What are you gonna do when you got to pay Brock Purdy?
He elite.
Who's getting paid? Trent Williams ain't staying. You're not keeping Bosa.
I thought they paid Trent.
I don't think they did.
They did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They paid everybody. Yeah, they paid everybody.
So what happens when?
So that's why they said next year Debo's got to be gone because it's not feasible. Like literally under cap, it's not feasible.
Right? How
like it's all working this year, but the way the cap works, they're gonna have to shut off.
Right. So how are you gonna pay? So I would. All right.
Or you can call Mickey. And boom the books.
Yes, but see what they did was they already did the Mickey Loomis strategy, and now the bill is coming due.
They're already cooked. They're already cooked.
Cooked.
Yeah, they're already cooked. Like, how are you going to pay Fred Warner? How are you going to pay Bosa? How are you going to pay Greenlaw? How are you going to play high
I think what they learned this year was that while yes, all of the Avengers are nice to make Brock Purdy look good. Like Brock Purdy is actually still not having a bad year.
No,
but Christian McCaffrey is what makes the offense go. Like they're quickly learning this. Like, oh, maybe it doesn't matter if we don't have some of these other guys, but without Christian McCaffrey,
you have the entire defense zeroed in on one guy,
Jordan Mason.
Yeah, Jordan Mason is not no CMC. I don't even care if he rushed for 300 a
nice
game.
First couple games, but then you fell down to earth.
Not even the first couple of games. He had the one good game against the Jets. I mean, he's been good, but he had the one like, oh my god, game against the Jets. And after that, he's just been a serviceable running back.
It takes CMC. It takes CMC 5 carries compared to Jordan Mason's 15.
20 straight fucking games, like insane.
Yep.
Now we got Kyler Williams working on that same little record. He scored in 10 straight games for the Rams.
Not sure on it.
I'm gonna be. Just so we know, I've been saying on the podcast the Rams would be 0-5 going into their bye week.
What are they?
1-4.
Oh, okay.
And of course, we beat the Niners. Out of all the teams that we played, we beat the 49ers
in the regular season.
So now that's a 3-game winning streak against the 49ers.
And season's complete for you.
Rent's due, belt to ass. Let's go. Ball up top, Lawrence.
But coming out after the bye, it's a very light schedule.
Light schedule. We can go right back. We're gonna get Cooper Kupp back after the bye. We're getting Puka Nacua back after the bye. We're getting all of our fucking guys back.
Oh God, we need you. The dynasty.
If you really go and look, it's like the Raiders. Okay, the Vikings. That's a tough game. Then Seahawks, Miami. Who's going to be the quarterback? New England, Eagles, Saints. I mean, it depends what Saints team you're getting. The Bills will be a tough game.
Yeah.
Niners, you've already beaten them. It's a division game. The Jets, we know what's going on there.
Before Carr, after Carr.
Wait, Kenny, did you say the Saints? Ew.
I said you never know what you're going to get from them.
The one thing that's certain, the defense will show up. The offense will not.
Well, one thing's for certain.
The savior is here. We're good.
Gonna dot up that defense.
The savior.
Ain't nobody on that team gonna be able to do shit against Cooper and Puka. No way.
What you mean?
No one can. Who can?
He's got Paulson and Debo.
Who can stop both of them? That's
what you mean, bro. Tell him you got Paulson and Debo. Tell him put some respect on his name.
Wait, this is Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore week, ain't it? Y'all playing Tampa Bay this week, right?
Yep.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fight night round 3.
If you know me, you know this ain't my feng shui.
Yo, bro, relax, bro. Nah, you're too quick with it, bro. What?
Hit him with left. Hit him with right.
Oh man, and it's the game's gonna be crazy. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen.
How do you feel about Spencer? He says all the right things so far.
He's obviously going. He's happy as fuck. I'm gonna throw the ball to Olave.
What's the leash? What's the leash on him?
No, they said that. Dallas Allen said there is no leash.
Yeah, he said.
Which is the right thing.
I tuned into his dumbass. I tuned into his dumbass today on Twitter.
But he did say the right things though, because like if you're gonna put him in there, you can't put him in there and make him play.
Have worry.
He's gotta play restricted.
Yeah.
But what I'm confused about is if he's good enough to now start this week, then for the first 5 weeks of the season, why was he inactive and not your backup quarterback? Because God forbid if Carr would have gotten hurt during the middle of an important
which we've seen many times.
Right, like you would have been.
I think. Well, you said this. You said this in the chat. I agree with you, and I do also think it's the shadow of the fan base wanting new shit, and they're tired of Carr too. So he's trying to protect Carr's ego.
And I get that, but it don't make it. He's still on the roster, like so. I don't understand that. Like, so what's there?
But then again, we're talking about no backbone, weak Dennis Allen. At the end of the day, you feel me? He's extremely weak as a head coach.
Because I'm just puzzled. I'm like, so this guy is good enough that when Carr goes down, it wasn't really even a thought. Because clearly, if you made this decision today, you knew this. He was going to.
And it was like I think he was a healthy scratch like 2 weeks ago for no reason.
He's been a healthy scratch every week. He's just been.
I saw that and I didn't understand. I was like, okay, I guess, but I don't know.
What you said all year. He ain't been good enough to come into the game if Carr goes down, but now this week he's good enough to start.
Listen, man.
Okay.
After seeing
in New Orleans for a couple years.
It'd be like if Raheem Morris made Michael Penix inactive every Sunday. Like we know that he's the second best quarterback on the roster, but he's going to be inactive on Sunday. Like that doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean,
what'd you say? No.
The Rams have Stetson Bennett and Jimmy Garoppolo on roster. Obviously, Jimmy was suspended for the first 2 games, but as soon as Jimmy Garoppolo came back, they demoted Stetson Bennett to practice squad, and they had Jimmy because obviously Jimmy Garoppolo is a better quarterback than.
And I listen. It's a Dennis Allen move to do what he did. I expect nothing less from him.
Who was the roster spot over Spencer Rattler?
Jake Hayner.
Jake Hayner.
Yeah, Jake Hayner.
He's from Fresno State, 5'9" midget. He's mobile, but he can throw. He can spin it a little bit, but I wasn't.
I see Fresno State, Derek Carr, Hayner, conspiracy.
All making sense.
There you go.
But I'm just Kenny. Kenny was in the Discord while I was watching the game, bro. I'm just in utter disbelief. You get
how does Olave not get the ball thrown to him?
No, I seriously think Carr has problems with him. It stems back from last year. There was 3 games in a row where there's footage of Olave looking like he's saying this dude sucks.
Well,
and it's not far off.
Regardless of if he believed it or not, Olave was Rattler's biggest cheerleader this preseason. I'm just saying.
They're running that film back over and over.
You don't typically see that for a guy that
for a rookie that just came in. A guy is getting paid $120 million to be your quarterback.
Again, it would have been like Drake London in preseason being like, "Oh yeah, Kirk's our quarterback, but man, Michael Penix looks great." Like, no, you don't do that. Like you got to play with one of these dudes.
Like, look, I went to the Lions and Saints game in New Orleans last year, and being a Saints fan, we had Drew Brees as a quarterback for the entire time. We had Ian Book, we had Teddy Bridgewater, Trevor Siemian. We had all these guys, and we had Jameis, and not one of those guys were ever booed. This dude sucks. That's all. I tried to be optimistic. Seeing that he didn't step on the field yet. He didn't put his cleat in between the lines, and the whole stadium instantly started booing him. First drive of the game. Right off a touchback. They put him on the screen.
He doesn't have any fucking aura, man. He's got no fucking aura.
I think when he broke his leg, he lost his juice.
He's got
he lost his juice. Because he was torching.
That
He was torching
that year. It was him and Matt.
Even
Ryan,
I was about to say, even the year before, he was heating up, and then that year was like, oh, they're going to the playoffs.
They were going to go to the Super Bowl if he didn't break his leg that year.
They were cooking, man.
They were going to the Super Bowl that year.
I don't know, man. I don't know, and it's just like it's the little things in the game that I don't know if people really see. Is like he's mouthing to Dennis Allen or Kubiak, "I told you so," when he throws the bomb to Shaheed after going 1 for 9 on. At one point in the game, bro, he was 1 for 7 on passes 20 plus in the game. Stop throwing the ball 20 yards on the field. You're not going to complete them.
You know what my favorite play of the game was on Monday? When they sent pressure at him and he shit down his leg and just tossed it up and Brian Cook intercepted with one hand. That might have been the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I said, wow.
Like, you got to get a base hit with runners in scoring position.
Right.
Okay?
You just saying, you talking about the Yankees?
You have to fucking get a base hit in the fucking playoffs.
But no, listen, we'll move past that, but
Kenny.
So we can get to these other games. Yo, Ravens, Bengals, OT, 41-38.
I don't care who it is. Scoring position, you have to get a base hit.
This guy. This guy is unhinged.
Yeah, the Bengals
and the
Bills.
I feel for Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, 5 touchdowns, 375.
People are trying to say, yeah.
He's balling.
That defense is terrible, and Ravens defense is terrible. They're bad this season, both of them.
Like, if I would have told you that you have a quarterback who's completing 72% of his passes, is thrown for 1,400 yards, and has 12 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, you'd say, at worst, the team has to be sitting at 3-2, right? Wrong. Like, this is I just feel bad for the guy.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Damn.
It's crazy that, and he's got a good roster around him. I don't know what it is. I think
just bad.
Their defense is really bad, and I think I don't even know if firing the coach would help. He got
because
they're coming in.
He's an offensive guy, so fire him if you want. But
every week he comes in. He has to say, "Yo, we got to score 35 to 42 points a game."
But not even 35. They have to score 40 because week one was terrible and they lost to the Patriots 16-10. But then week 2 you played the Chiefs, you scored 25, you lost. That stinks. Week 3 you played the Commanders, you scored 33 points, you lose. Week 4 you played the Panthers, scored 34, you won. And last week you scored 38 and you lose. Like, what? Also, like, talk about a schedule to start. You had the Chiefs. The Commanders who are good now, I guess, and the Ravens, like, ugh.
I was a year off on the Commanders, motherfuckers. I was gonna pick them this year instead of the Colts and the Titans. I picked the Colts and the Titans this year. I was gonna pick the Commanders, but I had a real question.
Wrong guy them Colts too
in Washington.
I know, like I've been hammering him about the Titans, but my God, that Colts are.
Well, I did say barring Anthony Richardson.
Colts are bad football.
And we told you Anthony Richardson was going to get hurt.
Yeah, and you did say that it was going to happen. Joe Flacco looks like he keep winning games.
You know why? Because Joe Flacco goes out there without a care in the world. Because he gets out there and says, "What are they going to do?"
When that pressure is not there, he was like, last year I was on a plane to Barcelona and they called me. I had to turn around.
Did you see?
I'm gonna just go there if they cut me.
It was like, Dad, how good was prime Joe Flacco? And it's just 4 pictures. Andrew Luck crying, or like not crying, but at the end of the game that he beat him. Peyton Manning at the end of the game where they beat him. Tom Brady at the end of the game where he beat him. And then Kaepernick walking off the field in the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, Joe Flacco really was him. Joe Flacco.
Well, wait, time out. Because they say the prime. That was all 1 year. I'm not like we want.
No, that's what I'm saying. That was all 1 year.
Joe Flacco had one good playoff run, and in that,
but look at the quarterbacks he beat in that playoff run.
I understand that, but that was all. Do you remember what his defense was too? Because he didn't go out there. He wasn't picking off Tom Brady.
No, he did have a crazy good defense, obviously, but he also had
a great 4-game stretch.
Who?
Joe Flacco.
Ravens.
But he had a great 4-game stretch when he needed it most. But we got to.
Eli Manning?
No, but no.
Yes.
That's who he is.
Except Eli had 2
Super Bowls.
Yeah, Eli's only playoff wins are the 2 years that they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy considering how long his career was.
Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer?
Yes, he's a Hall of Famer. He's
Yes, he is.
ballot,
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to get in first.
He's
going to
get first ballot
if I had
because
a vote, I wouldn't
of
have voted
everything
him
else.
first time.
It's crazy that people still question Matthew Stafford's Hall of Fame. Going to be a Hall of Famer. He's about to have 60,000 yards. He's about to have crazy passing accolades. He has Super Bowl. But
Stafford is 1,000% a better quarterback than Eli Manning.
And you bring up Eli Manning, and the first people somebody says right away, "Oh, he's a Hall of Famer." But then you bring up Matthew Stafford, like,
And football's like one of the most lenient ones too. So I don't understand how they think that like he's not. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Can you tell the story of the NFL without that person? And
No.
I feel like when you talk about football, you talking about Stafford. When we watch the Lions every Thanksgiving, we watch this dude do crazy shit.
Watch Calvin Johnson. I mean,
Right.
even if he didn't go to the Rams and win the Super Bowl, I think he still does because he.
I don't think he's first. He's not first ballot, but
he's still not first ballot anyways. But I think without getting the Super Bowl, he was borderline because he has all the counting numbers. Once he got the Super Bowl, it was kind of like can't argue it anymore.
Right.
Yep. And he has two of the greatest.
Shout out Stafford, man.
Two of the greatest wide receiver
seasons
ever. One with a white guy, one with a black guy too. No discrimination.
Election time. Election time.
Oh, there goes the Derek Carr season election time. There goes that.
This dude Neil is crazy, son. What is wrong with you?
What? It's the truth, though. Like, what do you want me to sit here and lie?
Just, bro. Bro.
What am I?
Come on, man.
You want me to sit here and lie to you? Because I'll do it.
All right, let's move to the next game, man. The Texans and the Bills. Oh man, Buffalo, what you doing?
Josh Allen got knocked the fuck out.
No.
I don't know what's more embarrassing.
Concussion. Why are you on the 3-yard line with the game tied and you decide to throw 2 seam routes and then 2 9 routes?
But I really don't know what's worse though. The Texans being up 17-3 and then choking it away.
That was bad.
So the Bills giving up that big lead, or then the Texans blowing it. I don't know which one was worse.
Yeah, probably the Bills because of the ending. But hey, I guess we'll never know with the Texans, right? They didn't lose, so hey, it is what it is.
That just shows you McDermott might be the worst clock management coach in all of NFL, like ever.
How long do you think McDermott keeps a job for?
I mean, I thought he should have got fired after last year. I said it. But because they had hosted the home playoff games and everything, everything was all honky-dory in Buffalo. But I don't know.
He said, with the game on the line, give it to DeMar Hamlin.
Right.
That should have got him fired.
That was a fireable offense right there.
Literally gave it to a zombie. Like
they won't see this coming.
He said, watch this. Oh, this is going to be great for a 30 for 30 10 years from now.
Oh, man. And then Diggs after the game with the side eye, that shit is too funny, too. I knew there was going to be some type of classic moment when they shook hands. Oh, man. Yeah, I beat you. Now go home. And he definitely should have got taken out that game, too.
He was knocked out clean.
Yeah, that's funny business for sure.
Cleanly knocked the fuck out. Like funny on the ground. Everything went limp. There's no way.
Roger got on the phone like, yeah.
So give him the sniffing.
We can't let this happen.
Nah, see, I don't know though. Like, I just think that's the Bills going rogue because I think after Roger saw what happened to Tua, he's gonna make sure concussions might be the one thing that they ain't gonna play about.
Yeah.
They had him sniffing salts on the sideline to get back in the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like that.
And we've seen that thing how many times this season or the past couple seasons, and that person needs a helmet taken and they're out the game. He was limp as soon as he hit the ground.
He smashed his head twice. He couldn't even hold his head up.
And I'm convinced he wasn't all there because for as crazy as McDermott is for calling on plays, I would like to believe that Josh Allen would have said, "Are you stupid? No, I'm not going to throw the ball 3 straight times here."
Like, they wanted
the 0-yard line.
They wanted that win bad, but that was a bad way to go about it.
Yeah, it was not good, Kenny. It was not a good look for that team. He was dead on the fucking ground there.
Jags get the first win against the Colts.
Yeah, no need to talk about that game. Let's not waste our time. No, so, like, what's the point? I just don't understand. Like, why would we, like that? This Giants and Seahawks. Why would we waste our time?
To make fun of the Seahawks.
We got
He
other
had a
things. to do
defensive
tonight,
touchdown
like,
in every single afternoon game.
that.
Did?
What the fuck?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow, look at this guy.
Oh,
You
damn.
had the 100-yard pick six in the Broncos game. You had
2-yard pick six in the Rams game. The
Yeah.
Giants had a blocked field goal to with 48 seconds left against the Seahawks to win.
Mhm.
And then there was something Patrick
So-
Surtain in the Broncos game. Oh, you already said that.
Yeah, so the Niners and Cardinals had one. I don't know who it was, but obviously they did too.
I think it was
Mookie
a blocked
Betts
field
going
goal
off
as well.
Spicy. Okay.
Oh no, it was pick six.
Yes,
what's his name?
Lenore.
Lenore. Yep. Denora Lenore, whatever the fuck his name is. I fucking hate the 49ers. And guess what? They just lost to the Cardinals.
Nah, you love him.
Whew.
Shout out Kyler for the bag.
Fourth quarter screaming, why the fuck with
Bag
two
color.
Yellow white platoon, man. And then how are we feeling about the Commanders, man? As they continue to week to
NFC
week.
East champions.
Yeah, that's not.
I think the Daniel stuff is. I hope for his sake he's just continue to play good.
I have to
Yeah.
ask myself again. Like, yes, I know we're 5 games into the season, but
Right.
still, I mean,
Just take it
Buccaneers,
week by week, man.
Yep.
Buccaneers,
Everyone else is hitting
okay,
their leg in
but
that
then-
division. So
Giants stink. Bengals, we just talked about how their defense is a revolving door. Cardinals are meh, and you played the Browns. Like, so I mean, they're doing what they're
No,
supposed to do.
I agree.
Like,
But
Yeah.
the
like,
stats,
overall,
the
as a team, I
stats
think we gotta
though,
calm down.
the stats.
Oh no,
like,
I'm talking about it. I'm not talking about Daniels. I'm talking about the team as a whole. Like,
no, I know. I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but I'm
their
saying, like,
and as I
also
said,
the
their
stats that
defense
they
is
have right now,
bad
like the
too.
scoring drives that they have, the fact that they if they get in the red zone,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
scoring, like that type of shit is. Also, so I'm glad you brought that up, Kenny, because I'm not saying now this isn't anything to do with the Commanders, but
Seattle.
no, not even Seattle. Are
I told you this.
are the Vikings legit?
It's one of like it's a thing
Because
where, like, they're
I
a
just
playoff
don't feel
contender.
like I had this feeling about the Saints at the beginning of the year. I just obviously they start out real good, and I was like, this is not going to be sustainable. How sustainable is Sam Darnold going to be? Like this, there's he's
I
been
mean,
playing excellent.
He was struggling in that Jets
They
game.
just
though.
finding ways.
I am firsthand. If I can firsthand tell you, as a Falcon fan, I watched the team start 5-0 and then not make the playoffs. It is possible.
Yeah, 100%.
It's very possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but like if it does, we shouldn't be shocked here. Like because they're also
All
playing with
it
They got
takes
some
is
quality wins,
all
though.
it takes is a one crucial injury to Jettas or something.
Well, they lost
and-
Jones.
But they're
Yeah.
playing with fire too, because even 2 weeks ago against the Packers, they almost let the Packers come back. Last week against the Jets, they almost let the Jets come back. Like you can't do this every
Credit the
week.
defense.
It won't work.
That
Yeah.
defense is getting
Right.
turnovers too.
But at some point, Sam Darnold is going to have to do something where he can't just rely on Brian Flores to bail him out.
Well, they also have,
Exactly.
Sam Darnold has yet to play from behind either. They have the number one time above or time ahead in the league. So we don't know what any adversity looks like in that team as well. So if they don't get out to a hot start or somebody else fucks them up early, we'll see what happens. But there's just stuff about that team. It feels like to me that it's not a sustainable. 5-0 looks good. Obviously, 5-0 is great. You really are on cruise control right now, but you're playing with a lot of confidence. You're playing hot, but is it sustainable?
Yeah, let me tell you right now, because they're on a bye week this week. But week 7, my favorite bet already is Detroit money line at Minnesota.
At Minnesota.
Yes.
Give it to me.
I just because for going undefeated
Need
doesn't
it.
happen. First of all, like we
No.
saw it in our lifetime. We saw it happen once, and they end up losing in the playoffs anyways. Like it just you're not going to go undefeated, so they have to lose at some point. And I think there's no better time than next week against Detroit.
Jared Goff going 18 for 18. I
That's a
couldn't
tough
even
game.
do it in practice. Got me feeling real nicey.
No dangerous.
Kyler Murray
Call of
goes
Duty.
in the San Fran, gets the job done.
Fuck.
24,
He's a
20.
gamer for real.
Fuck the 49ers. The 49ers stands were empty because it was too hot
James
in
Conner's
Levi
playing.
Stadium. So they had to go seek shelter inside the stadium because it was too hot.
Kyler with a
Who the fuck builds a stadium in Southern California without shade? What a joke of a franchise.
I don't know.
The Rams would never. We're spending
what I
$6
do
billion
know-
and we're building the
Miami got Miami cooking their opponents.
He said, "Listen,
They
y'all
roasted
on the road."
bacon.
Literally
Bacon.
roasting them. Like they would show the temperature difference on the opponent side versus the home side for those Miami games. It's crazy. Like
And you
40-degree
feel
difference.
by the time you get into the game, you feel drained.
Mhm.
Like you already played 2 quarters.
Not to totally shift subjects here, but do we recall 2 weeks ago on the podcast when I told everyone that the Seahawks might be the most fraudulent 3-0 team in the history of football? I
You
mean,
did say that.
could I look any more right today?
We were right. I mean, Kenny,
He said they got Geno Smith
Kenny, I
at
brought it up 4 weeks
quarterback.
ago. Kenny, I brought it up 4 weeks ago. I said, "Are the Seahawks good?" Because I don't think they're going to be good.
And I'm pretty sure I was right there.
Back-to-back losses.
Here's another example. Lawrence, why is Geno Smith throwing the ball 40 times and Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet combined for 7 carries? What are we doing?
Because they wrote the ball.
And this is why. Do I need to show you any more reason why? Like this is the second straight week that you just.
What happened, Bill?
That was the last leg of my parlay too.
Yeah, they didn't hold my man out of money.
It was just a field goal, and the line was like 6.5 or 7.5. So
I ain't put no bread on Geno.
Bro,
Ain't no way. Because the minute I put attempts, he's gonna go for 20.
like I'm just.
He did
I'm
with the
puzzled.
quarterback rushing. Remember,
Last
it's over. He did it before.
Last week he throws the ball 56 times, and Kenneth Walker only has 12 carries. This week he throws the ball 40 times, and Kenneth Walker gets 5 carries. What are we doing? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that that's not smart.
Geno.
And who did they beat this year?
They beat the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Skylar Thompson-led Dolphins.
And they lost to the Giants.
Bro, no lie, looking at their schedule, they might not win another game.
They still got to play the Rams 2 times.
They got
2
the
times.
Niners, the Falcons, the Bills, the Rams, the Niners, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Cardinals, the Packers, the Vikings, the Bears, the Rams.
I believe my friends would say that's nasty work.
If they let Geno Smith throw the ball 40 plus times every game for the rest of the season, that would be
not to mention your running back coming off a fucking 200 fucking yard 3 fucking touchdown game, and you come out and let him touch the ball.
That's the best part, though. It was that week when he even scored 3 touchdowns. They still only gave him the ball 12 times so he can get 80 yards.
Yeah, he against the Lions. He what's it? He had like 60 passes, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had like 56, 57.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker even invisible in that fourth quarter?
So imagine if they get Kenneth Walker had 80 yards and 3 touchdowns against the Lions. Imagine if you just fed him like regularly in that game, what he could have done. But
It changes the whole game.
what do I know? I don't know.
It's not
Hey,
he
we're
won
not
the
coaches.
don't
We're not coaches.
You keep
I know I'm not a
you keep them on the sideline.
But I swear, sometimes I'd be saying stuff and then I'd be watching later, like, you might have been right.
If it was me,
They don't call me the
Cowboy.
Oracle for nothing.
They don't call you that.
Cowboys.
He's the Oracle.
Nobody
Golden
calls
State.
you that.
They do.
My God.
Give them
Oracle
some
Arena was named
nickname.
after Kenny, I heard.
Cowboys go to Pitt. They get it done.
Nothing about that game made me
20-17.
Nothing about that game makes me feel any
Nothing?
type of way besides the fact
About
that I
either
think,
team.
I mean, besides the fact that Dak Prescott threw an interception in the same game in the 2 different days.
Wow. This guy.
And I don't think Justin Fields should lose that starting spot.
No.
It's coming now.
I think it's going to
I don't
eventually come, which I think it's going to be stupid if that
He's
does happen.
playing
But
good enough to keep
there's
it.
no reason why. I mean,
Offense.
I don't think he should stay. I think he should stay.
I
I think he
don't
should
think it
stay.
happens anytime soon. I think in order for him to lose it, like he has to lose this week to the Raiders, and I don't think that happens.
I don't think it happens either. That team's
And
too
I
skilled.
think he would have to lose really bad to the Raiders. Like it can't be a game where like he played his ass off and the team just came up short. Like I think he has to go out there and not throw for 100 yards and turn the
Play
ball.
Deshaun Watson.
I mean, let's not
Right.
Let's
Like
not
Let's
Deshaun
not
Deshaun
get
Watson.
crazy. Let's not get crazy here. The Cowboys were picked to win their division. They were picked as a playoff team this year. Obviously, they're underperforming, but it's not like he lost to the Raiders or he lost to the Jaguars,
No.
or the Colts. Like he lost to a very formidable team, and he lost on a last second touchdown.
Yes, no, right. That's but I struggle to call the Cowboys formidable.
No, they're definitely not formidable, but
but
they have
especially
guys. They got
considering-
guys.
And
My point, you're saying they got guys. Those guys were all missing. Michael was out. DeMarcus Lawrence was out. Cooks was out. Like,
Yeah.
all those guys that are guys weren't playing. So
and it doesn't help. It doesn't help that wide receiver one is jogging his routes either.
yes, that's what, like. So I'm more
Zeke,
so on that side. Like, I mean, in reality, they didn't do much to help either quarterback with weapons this year, though. Let's be real. Like, they came into the year with George Pickens at wide receiver one, who you have a lot of question marks around him just because of his personality and how he's been. And then your wide receiver two was going to be either Van Jefferson or rookie Roman Wilson.
Van Jefferson's a wide receiver 7.
He's wide receiver two.
Nice.
Van Jefferson couldn't catch a fucking cold in a hospital.
I know. I watched it happen. It was wide open one time. He made Tyler Heineke look bad. Do you know how bad you have to be to make Tyler Heineke look bad?
I don't want to hear about how you had him for 7 games and watched it happen. I watched it for 4 years.
I understand that. I'm just telling you. In my 7 games, I witnessed it. So
I woke up from a nightmare once, and I was watching Van Jefferson, Super Bowl champion Van Jefferson, by the way, drop a pass. Ugh. Give me Kadero Hodge. Call him up.
Call him up.
Trade.
Get him back. Trade. Stock went up.
Stock went up. Cooper Kupp back after the bye. We're getting Puka Nacua back.
I ain't gonna lie. As I'm watching that game and they had to pull Drake London for the play, and they're like, Kadero Hodge comes in and replaces him. I'm saying to myself on the screen, I'm like, just stay out of the way. Just run it. Just stay away from the play. Just like draw a defender. And then I saw it through to myself. Oh God, what's going on?
No, yes play.
Like,
yeah.
Right. There was the no yes because I was like,
no yes.
It's like just stay out of the way. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God!
He can go all the way.
That was a great game.
Did you
best
call
Thursday night game ever since moving to Amazon?
Yeah, really, actually.
But think about how bad.
Remember how bad they were? Thursday night games were so bad a couple years ago.
We had with the Colts versus Broncos that one year.
Dude, there wasn't a touchdown. It was 3-3.
Punt.
Did it end as a tie? It was like 6-6. Ended as a tie.
I remember I was betting on DraftKings drive to end in punt the whole night.
Oh, that was that year I was in JD. I was in that JD gambling Discord, and like the guy was like, "I really don't think there's gonna be a touchdown tonight. Bet this. It's like plus 20,000. Throw sprinkle on it." And there wasn't a fucking touchdown.
Did you sprinkle?
No, I never sprinkle when it's what I'm supposed to. That's why I don't sports bet anymore, because I'm a fucking loser.
Because when you say it's like these are grown men that are paid to play the sport. Like someone's gonna score a touchdown.
Somebody's gonna score a touchdown. But no, they didn't.
Russell, what's your quarterback?
They didn't.
What time is it? Yeah, 25.
25.
Oh man. You got Pick'ems?
Yes, sir.
The Pick'ems.
So last week's pick'ems we had Kenny had 2 wins, Phil had 2 wins, Lawrence had 2 wins, and Neil had 3.
Mm.
Who'd I pick that you guys didn't?
Well, it's a combo. We all had Atlanta.
Yep.
I was the only one who had the Jets, so you all had Minnesota, and then me and you were the only 2 that picked Kansas City, and we all picked Pittsburgh. Yes, I know, Neil. I expected Lawrence to pick Kansas City, but when Phil picked, I expected Lawrence to pick New Orleans, but when Phil picked New Orleans, I had to ask him if I heard correctly.
Phil, what the fuck?
Yeah, 500. It's not bad. 500.
500. That's not bad.
500. Hey, shoot percentage. Not bad.
You know, when you get a guy,
shoot 50% from the line.
Thursday night game, 49ers in Seattle. I don't even think
49ers landslide. Yeah, 49ers.
Neil, who you pick?
I've seen enough.
Wait, Neil's conflicted. Hold on. We need Neil's pick here.
He said,
Kendrick.
He just told us how bad the Seahawks are.
Right.
Seahawks are so bad. It's gotta be the Niners. I hate them, but it's gotta be them.
I got the Niners.
It's in Seattle too.
We got another London game. Jags and
Yo,
Bears.
hold on.
Hold on.
Let me get Seattle.
Oh.
Let me get Seattle.
Oh, see, Lawrence is cute. He writes back.
Pin Bell. What's the next game?
London.
We got the London game, the Jags and the Bears.
Give me
2-0 in London,
give me the Bears.
Oof.
Defensive touchdown in this game for the Bears for sure. Trevor Lawrence,
Yeah.
strip sack, ball going the other way, rumbling, bumbling into the end zone
Yeah, I got
to
you.
start the game.
Oh, cool. Let's go.
Phil, you got Chicago, you said?
Yeah, I got Chicago as well. Even though the Jags are undefeated in London, but different team this year. I'm Chicago.
Neil, Chicago, you said?
Chicago.
Lawrence, Cole Caulfield, 4 SOGs. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sunday
I need
night game.
Nylander right now for one.
I
Yeah,
can't
one
believe that
more.
this is the Sunday night game. They couldn't find any game that the networks would flex.
What was
The
it?
Bengals and the Giants.
Can we get a tie?
Is Malik Neighbors back?
He
said
probably
he's practicing.
he probably
Still in
will.
protocol. He's still in protocol though, because this was the first day he was able to practice was this week.
They got that dub without him though. Hold on. Not saying much because it's
against
Seattle.
the team led by Geno Smith.
Kenny tell you that.
And
Browns,
Tyrone Tracy.
the Browns
and they had
and Geno Smith.
Listen, I have beliefs that I will not come off of. And the rest of the world tries to make me feel like I'm crazy or I'm wrong.
Listen, I respect it, man. So there you go. But I'm gonna take the Bengals coming off the crazy game. I think this is gonna be cool. Jamar Chase is gonna go crazy again. I think T. Higgins will have some big plays too. So.
I hope so. I got Bengals as well.
Nielsen?
Give me the Bengals. I think they get back on track.
They better. 1-5. Oof.
Yo, this might be like a really, really bad week for primetime games. Although this one I like. The
Where's
Bills and
Nigel when you need
Jets.
him? Damn. Nigel.
Bills and Jets. You know what? Teams get a renewed sense of energy after they fire their head coach.
Oh, listen.
It's
I'm
like a
listening.
weird thing.
I'm listening.
Thinking the same thing.
And they're at home. And last year they did beat them at home week 1 when Rodgers went down.
Zach Wilson, shut up.
I'm going with the Jets.
I like the Jets too. I like the Jets here. And then the Juju dies after.
Yes, but
they realize what they've done.
That first week, they feel like they're the best team in the NFL, and it's like, wow. And the next week's like, so like they could actually be playing the Chiefs this week, and I'd be like, I don't know, this might be crazy.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Bills.
Give me the Bills.
The Bills.
Give me the Jets. Jet.
So me and Phil have identical picks this week, and Lawrence has identical picks to me and Phil, except for the Seattle game. And Neil has identical picks to me and Phil, except for the Buffalo game. So there's going to be a lot of weirdness going on. So Phil, the best that you and I can hope for is that we both tie at 4-0.
Please.
Oh, I didn't even notice Phil came out with the hockey jersey today. He's a full-blown Shell fan.
Yep, last year's All-Star thing for Pasternak.
Good choice.
Thank you. I had to. What else am I going to get? Well, I had to.
Any last words, fellas?
Drake and May, good luck.
Oh Lord.
Oh
yeah, I'm gonna tune into that game too. I want to watch that.
Sooner or later, the NBA will start.
Yeah, 22nd.
Yep.
So
you better be tuned in to Spencer Rattler at 1:00.
I can watch. I can do. Come on,
you got to be locked in.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be like this.
I want a film breakdown after the game.
All right, listen, I'm watching everything. If he has this single tendency of car, he's done. He's done it.
Is he getting rattled? Oh, hoping not to get rattled. So.
No, I think the team is going to pick him up and rally behind. I wouldn't say rally fully behind him, but make sure his mental is right. They're not going to block for him. We got guards that work at big lots. It's not good right now.
Oh,
so
damn.
Yeah, the entire O line is cooked. Ryan Remchek's cartilage has been taken by Swiper the Fox, so that's why he's out.
The Juan Blair style.
Yeah, he's probably gonna retire. He's only, I think, 28 years old, 29 years old.
Also, WNBA tomorrow, Liberty versus Lynx. Liberty can capture their first championship. Hopefully they do it. Sabrina and Brianna still definitely deserve it. So good luck, New York.
Go.
They're gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they should.
He said, "What?
Collier, defensive player of the year. She might give Reese some trouble.
Now, what you got? You got any last words?
I got nothing, man. But Florida is getting absolutely fucking destroyed by this hurricane right now. So let's just hope that everybody listened and evacuated and didn't fucking die in this storm. This is crazy. They are getting fucked up right now.
Yeah, it looks pretty crazy. Not gonna hold you. But I don't got any last words. About to play some 2K rec with the fellas.
About to build that team chemistry.
Yeah. Team chemistry.
Still waiting for Neil to get it.
I told you so. We're gonna beat the Panthers this week. We'll be 4-2, and we're gonna extend that lead in first place, Lawrence. So you better just beat the Bucks this week, because if not, it's gonna be lonely down there.
Oh.
You'll only be one game in front of the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want them problems, big fella. Not this soon.
You don't want no problems.
Hey, I've seen people start 4-2 and not make the playoffs before. That's what you said earlier too, right? I didn't say it.
You're right.
I'm joking.
But this conversation was about y'all falling on the stand, and it had nothing to do with me being in first place.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God, did Giancarlo Stanton hit a home run when the game wasn't a 5-run blowout either way? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Y'all advance if y'all win?
No, it will be and then Garrett Cole's on the mound for game 4. So
also all the Philly fans.
Yeah, you did, Kenny. But have you ever seen Giancarlo Stanton hit a
Rick? Where are you?
On base?
He said, "Oh my God!" Did he just hit a home run?
Giancarlo Stanton only hits home runs up by 5 or down by 5. Like, for him to hit a home run in a tie game when it matters is like, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen it.
How's Aaron Judge doing?
Aaron Judge still is hitless tonight. Still only has 1 hit in the whole series, and still has a 200 career postseason batting average.
Thanks.
That doesn't
you were
matter.
kidding about the Joel Embiid thing,
matter.
huh? Good Lord.
Doesn't matter.
All right, man. We're about to get up out of here. We appreciate y'all. See y'all next week, 8:30. Peace.